Hello and welcome to Fahrenheit 451, Lesson 3, Evaluating Point of View, Reasoning, and the Use of Textual Evidence in a Discussion. Before we dive into this lesson, let's look at our culminating writing task prompt. How is a theme of Fahrenheit 451 shaped by a literary element or device? To answer this question, you will need to determine a theme of Fahrenheit 451. You will need to select the literary element or device you think most strongly conveys the theme. You will need to examine how the selected theme is shaped and refined by the element or device you selected. Then you will write a literary analysis that supports your claims in answer to the question and demonstrates an understanding of the text. We have been analyzing how the author develops claims and the central idea of the text, The Joy of Reading and Writing, Superman and Me, by Sherman Alexie. Today, you will prepare for and engage in a fishbowl discussion. You will assess the points of view, reasoning, and use of textual evidence presented in a discussion. For this lesson, you will need The Joy of Reading and Writing by Sherman Alexie, the Reading Protocol, Conversation Stems, and Discussion Tracker handout, the Analyzing Figurative Language handout, the Fishbowl Discussion handout, and your Central Idea and Theme Tracker. You are going to complete the Fishbowl Discussion handout with a partner in order to prepare for the fishbowl discussion. In today's lesson, we will work on developing claims and supporting those claims with textual evidence and reasoning. This will be an important skill for writing an analysis essay as part of the culminating writing task. It will also be important for the research essay and the persuasive speech in the extension task. And here's how it's going to work. You're going to form two circles, an inner circle and an outer circle, actually more of like a kind of like an inner and an outer part of something. The inner area will discuss the questions, focusing on stating their claim, text evidence and reasoning, and using the conversation starters. The outer area will have one peer that they are paired with in the inner circle. The outer circle members will be responsible for evaluating their peers' participation in the discussion using the discussion tracker in the textual analysis protocol handout. After about 8 minutes, the inner and outer areas will switch. You will review the discussion questions on the first page of the fishbowl discussion handout with your partner and complete it. You will have about 20 minutes to complete this activity. Now you're going to review the conversation stems and the discussion tracker. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to look over what conversation stems you think you're going to use in the discussion, but let's look at the discussion tracker. For the discussion tracker, you're going to write the name of your partner in the appropriate box. When you hear your partner do one of the things listed in the legend, you will make a note with the appropriate annotation. For example, if your partner makes a claim, you would put a C in the box next to your partner's name. If you happen to have two, you're going to kind of want to make notes, maybe at initials, to show which one does what at what time. Now I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to look over the conversation stems. Now we're actually going to have our discussion. The questions that we'll be looking at answering are, what is the significance of the text Sherman and Alexie used to learn to read? How does Alexie use language to convey a central idea? What is Alexie's purpose in writing the text? I'm going to number y'all off. The ones will be on the inside and the twos will be on the outside. And we'll have the discussion, and the twos will take notes on what goes on in the discussion, and then we'll switch. And then the twos will discuss and the ones will take notes. You will have 8 minutes for the first part of the discussion. Remember to refer to the preparation you did in the fishbowl discussion handout. You can also refer back to the text, your annotations, and the Analyzing Figurative Language handout. We will now begin the discussion. Now, we will switch places, and the twos will discuss while the ones take notes. Now, you're going to meet with your partner to discuss your engagement in the discussion. Now, for one group, that's going to be 3 people, or it might be 3 people. You're going to complete the discussion reflection section of the fishbowl discussion handout. As you work through this, I want you to think about the following. What type of comments did you notice your partner making? How well did you and your partner use conversation stems? Did you and your partner present claims that were supported by evidence and reasoning? Did you and your partner pose questions to others during the discussion? Did you and your partner summarize points of agreement or disagreement during the discussion? Did you and your partner make connections to bigger ideas during the discussion? You will have about 4 minutes to complete this activity. Congratulations! You have completed Lesson 3 of the Fahrenheit 451 unit. In this lesson, you prepared for and engaged in a fishbowl discussion using conversation stems to express your understanding of a text. And you assessed your peers' points of view, reasoning, and the use of textual evidence in the discussion.